Good morning, sir. Sir, just 1 minute. I'm connecting the earphones. Yes, sir. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Very good.
So we are live, sir. Yeah. So a very good morning, sir. Welcome to Advancing Northeast, and this is Joyshri Padgiri from the outreach team of Advancing Northeast. And we already have our very special guest here today. And before we move ahead, I would like to start with a little introduction of what Advancing Northeast is for our audience who are not yet aware of our initiative. So Advancing Northeast is a digital initiative by the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, Government of India, Northeastern Council, and Northeast Development Finance Corporation. It is a one-stop solution tailor-made for the youths of Northeast in the field of education, employment, and entrepreneurship. So under these three segments, respectively, we have this various kind of activities and events happening, and lots of information under each of these segments. And to carry this very aim forward, under our education segment, we have this career talk sessions where we connect the youths of Northeast with professionals from different areas of interest, so that all their queries and career related dilemmas are sorted. So here we are with yet another session of our series, and today is a very special session because it's on APSC, Assam Public Service Commission's Prep Talk, Preparations Talk. And we have a very special guest here, is Mr. Jankishore Gogoi, DySP Probationer, Assistant Commandant, 6th AP Battalion, Cachar SP Office, Assam. And also, he's from the batch DR 2021, also the 6th rank holder. We welcome you, sir, and we are very excited for the session today. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, sir. So since the APSC exams are right around the corner, sir, so I am sure that all the students are very pumped up and all nervous and excited. So we are here to address that very issues and, excitements and everything. So why don't we start with a little introduction of yours, sir, your academic background and everything. Please, sir.
Okay, as you have already stated my name and designation and everything around it. So a little bit of personal information about myself, like my hometown is in Amguri, like it's in Sibsagar district, and I did my schooling from Don Bosco Amguri up to class 10. Then for 11 and 12th I studied in GEMS NPS National School. Now it's National Public School, it's in Guwahati. And after that I did my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Dibrugarh University. So I passed out in 2015. So after that, I started my preparations. So and in 2021, I got selected in APSC.
Listen. Okay, sir. So engineering and everything. So what was the thought that came to your mind when you were like, I have to appear for civil services and I do not want to pursue the career I am studying right now? What was that thought, sir?
Actually, I don't know about the others, but I never thought myself to be an APSC aspirant or like civil service aspirant. Right when I was doing my engineering in Dibrugarh University, like all of my friends' basically thought was like to appear for like go for MBA or do something for apply for company jobs or maybe government jobs also. But never ever I thought of appearing for APSC or civil service. There's a small story around it I would like to share. Like maybe I was in fifth sem, so there was an APSC exam held in Dibrugarh University. So once my senior from different is a different department. So I saw his question paper. So when I saw his question paper, I could correctly answer almost 40 to 45 questions. So I thought like if I have no knowledge regarding the APSC, if I could at least attempt and make it correct 40-45 to it, then I could definitely, if I study, then almost I could reach almost up to 70. And that time when it appeared, there was no negative marking around it. So now it's a bit different thing. So that was the thought process when I first thought that maybe I should try and I should go for this civil service thing. So after 2015, when I passed from Dibrugarh University, I actually did not wait for the even for the result also. So when my exams got over, like for the next few days, I went to Delhi. So I did a few coaching in for 2 years in there. So and then the process got on.
Okay, so just a random thought that you would just try out the questions and then you sorted it out, right? So until we actually do it and look at the papers and the questions, we do not really know that we will not make it, right, sir? Yeah.
Yes, actually, there is a very much
Everything
hype
is
about
possible.
APSC exam. Like it's a
Yes.
very tough exam. Yeah, it is one of the toughest exam. But when you actually look at the questions, when you actually go into the deep into the thought process of the questions, it's not much difficult when you actually get the grip of it. Like when you know what to study and more importantly, what not to study, then it
Yes.
becomes very much helpful.
Exactly. Smart study it is. Yeah. Yeah, so, sir, when you appeared for it, when you actually applied for the examination and everything, what was your main preference? Because there are a lot of services. Did you also have that in clear that I would go for this sector only?
Actually, I was unaware of like the duties and responsibility and perks of the different like ACS, ALRS. I was not aware of APS is a different thing. Like everybody has seen a police officer, his duties are different. So mainly I have given the choice of APS and I got selected in APS mainly because of the uniform, to speak honestly, and some perks around it. Being a police officer, like it is a highlighted around the society or like in our where we livelihood. Like more of a my desire to become a police officer came from the when I see those policemen, when I see those army men in their uniform, that was the main thought process while giving the choice of APS interview.
Okay, sir. So if not APS, then what would you have gone for?
Maybe I actually in my second choice I put up ACS. In my first was APS, and the third was maybe superintendent of tax, excise, or like that. Maybe
Yeah,
that
the
was
first two
the
options are generally the main, and then afterwards it goes on. Yes, sir. So, how long was the preparation stage after? So you did your coaching, right? Before that, also I think you were preparing. So how long did it actually take for you to fix your mind that yes, I can attempt it now and it will be cleared?
Actually, I went to Delhi in 2015, as I said before. So I appeared in the 2017 exam, in which I cleared the prelims, but I did not pass the mains examination at that time. So and again, it was held in our exam was actually held in 2018 December prelims, and 19 the mains was held, and the result was actually out in 2020. It was mainly late because of the COVID situation, and some court cases related. So actually preparation maybe actually it depends on person to person. Actually, if you get like a 9 to 10 months or 12 months, it is enough for an aspirant to get selected in APSC, I think. But it depends on like your luck also, and it also on your situations also. The first time I did not clear mainly because of the time management. I could not complete the main papers in time. And other things like when I was Delhi, I could not get a grasp of what was happening in the ground level of the Assam and other things, other news. So it was important for me to come back here. So in 2017 and 18, between 17 and 18, I came back to Assam. I stayed in Assam. I read newspapers of Assam. I watched the news channel of Assam. I got to know what was going on in Assam. Because in APSC, like 30 to 40% are questions are related to Assam topic. So it is very much important that you know what is going on here. And being an outside, you actually cannot have. You may know, you may hear things, but when you live in those situations, you actually get to know those things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the Assam part is really important. The students need to be up to date regarding that, right? That is a very important point.
Yes, sir. Even in now examination, this the prelims examination, this which will be going to held or like the previous one, the APSC has clearly mentioned that 30 to 35% questions will be compulsorily from Assam part.
Assam part. So, Assam history, Assam general knowledge and everything, right?
Yeah, okay. Assam geography, Assam economy, the personalities of Assam, like any monuments of Assam, like you have to know this. It is compulsory, it will come. So when you know the 35% are coming from Assam, you have to study the Assam part. You cannot miss out those.
Yes, sir. So did you follow any separate study materials regarding Assam, any Assam textbooks, Assam history textbooks or newspapers?
Yeah, newspapers and news channels are helped a bit. Newspapers are not all the things in newspaper. Like mainly, I read the editorial, which helped in like essays, editorial part, and regarding Assam history, I read one book of Edward Guy, the history of Assam. Yes. Exactly, forgot the name. And I read one book of Priyam Goswami from like his history was from 1947 to the present day. So I read both of them, which helped me in preparations in my exams. And most importantly, a new book has come in the similarity of India Rare book. It's like the Assam Yearbook, which also helps the students a lot. I recommend very highly about the Assam Yearbook. If you go through all of it, then you will have a brief draft knowledge about Assam and its culture.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So, sir, how many attempts did you make actually until you cleared?
It was my second attempt in USIP.
It was your second attempt. Okay, that is a great achievement. So also one thing, like you said, like you mentioned that you were not really aware about the different categories, the APS, ACS and everything. So how is the preparation different for all the, if somebody has it in mind already that I only want to go for this field, I only want to become an APS, not an ACS. So is the preparation different? Do they have to cater to different courses, or it's the general preparation that goes for all the categories?
No, it's a general preparation which will go through all the same categories, but in interview it is going to be a bit different, because the first questions when the interviewer sees our choice, like why do you want to be a PS or why do you want to be a SCS officer? So that thought process will be going to be different. Baki, the prelims part, the mains part, it's all going to be same for any cadre, like a DPO, BDO, any cadre you apply. It's the same examination, same process. But the only difference is in the interview. When the interviewer will ask, like, why do you want to go for ACS or the civil service, or why do you prefer police service and not civil service?
So, sir, on what basis are they actually selected then for the first round? They're filtered out on one basis.
It is based on cutoff marks, purely based on cutoff marks. I heard, maybe it's correct or not, I cannot say now, that ratio 1:15 is selected for the mains examination.
Okay. Like 1:15. Yeah.
1:15. Like for one post, 15 candidates are selected for mains. Maybe it's different for different times. Like once I heard that thought process,
Okay.
and for the interview, like 2 students or 3 students are selected, 1:3. Like if there are 200 posts in the total, so for interview, 600 or 400 will be called out.
Yeah. So the estimates are around that only. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sir, what were your optional subjects? Also, can you break down the subject division a little?
It's actually during our time when we appeared, it was the last time when we gave optional in prelims. We had optional papers in prelims also. Now it is the CSET paper, it's the qualifying paper. So you have to basically get 33% out of 200. So it's basically 66.6 you have to get. And even if you get 200 out of 200, it won't matter because it's just a qualifying paper. And my optional, we had 2 optionals in mains examination in 2021. That was I had political science and sociology, and last examination it was like it is reduced to 1 paper, and this year maybe the optional paper was totally removed. So it's evolving the process. So basically this recent pattern, it's a total of mains total marks. First of all, I would like to talk about prelims. So 200 marks is of GS1, which is all related to general studies papers. GS1, and it is mainly of everything related to history, polity, economy. Everything is included in current affairs, including the GS paper 1, and your ranking and your if you qualify or not will be dependent on this GS paper, how much mark you will get. And the GS paper 2, which is it is the CSET paper as I told earlier. And after you qualify this prelims, there will be the mains, and it will be of 1500 marks. It basically comprises of like 6 papers, GS 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be GS 1 paper 1, it will be of SA paper also. 1 ethics and aptitude paper will also be there. And interview will be next after that, interview will be for 275 marks. This is the recent breakdown. When we had it was completely different.
Yes, sir. But thank you for wonderfully breaking it down. It will be very easier for the students out there. So, sir, how did you personally follow any tricks to cope up with the time management? Like in your first attempt, you knew that it was your time management that was the problem. So, how did you cope up with it in your later attempt?
So I basically compared the question papers of earlier, like 2015, 2013, 2018. So I noticed that the pattern was almost the same. The 15 marks, 10 questions of 15 marks will be there. 8 questions of 5 marks will be there. 5 questions of 8 marks will be there. So I divided the time. So on division of the time, I found that on one question, I could only give 11 minutes or 11 and a half minutes. So whenever I completed the answer, whenever it was 11 minutes or close to 11 minutes, I wrote down the last closing line. So I did not go for anything except I just thought of completing the paper. Because in my first attempt, almost 60 to 70 marks was left out for me to attempt. Because I thought that I will write this one answer perfectly. So it cost me some time. So this time I thought I will write for only just 10 minutes. Whatever I wrote. And just half minute, I will write the last conclusion line. That was the main pattern I followed, and I completed the paper, all the papers. It was a thought process going on in my mind.
Okay, sir. That trick really worked then. Yeah, it's not always about how much you write or everything, but how you manage well with all the answers and everything, right? To the point. So, also, sir, did you join any test series or something? Because nowadays there are all these types of YouTube shows and everything coming up, and the students, this thing has become kind of a business also, that they pull the students that come here and join us and will clear your APSC and everything. Do you think that this is necessary for the students?
Yeah, actually, for prelims, and mains also, test series is important, but not as important as many people predict. Because test series is only determined to give like how much you have prepared, and it is one aspirant must only attempt test series before just 1 month or like 45 days before, not every day or every time. It is just to check your preparation level, and when one get low score in test series, he should not have disheartened, because some test series are designed for candidates to feel that way, that you have not prepared. I have seen in many test series, some questions, these questions I have read in some test series, they will never ever come in APSC. some, they have just given it so that those institutes think that our level of like cutting question paper is a bit high, and you cannot, if you can clear this and that. But it is not the thing in APSC. I've just studied and found that it's not a thing. But actually, test series is important just to brush up the things mainly. And if you like give 10 to 20 test papers, like as many questions you attempt, you get familiar with the concept. Maybe some questions may repeat in a PSC exam, so you get the common may appear. So this helps. And in mains also, it is the test series is a bit important because, as I have said, the time management will be as I have said, the trick. You can apply it only in test series, like how you will write, what type of, and the answer writing pattern, like from the starting, the middle part, the conclusion part, the positive and negative effects part. Once you write the answers, when the teachers check it, they can only verify and clear that you should write more materials in it, there's more facts in it. This will help. So I think for mains it is very much essential, and one should not go for like there are many institutes in Guwahati also. Like I will attempt this also, this institute also, that institute also. Stick to a particular one or two institute, it will be enough. I think. I have not given much of mains paper test series, but prelims I have bought myself online or offline. I bought it and I have attempted in my home, like a homely environment. I used to give myself 2 hours. Like I have to 1A, 2B, like you know, then I have to check, and those answers I did not know, I used to recheck it. And test series also helped. Maybe like in a test series, you got to know the 60 questions are you got it correctly. The 40 questions which you did not know, now you know it. So it is the important part.
Important part. Okay. Yes. So now the exams are right just on Sunday itself. So if the students haven't tested with any test series, they can maybe do it next time also. Or they can also go through it now.
Yeah, they can, but it's already like 24 today, so next one day on between. So I not recommend going for tests like today or tomorrow. This just before the exams, I think one should only relax and have some time think about the exam and not much of the what will happen in exam and what not, because you must basically trust yourself. If you had studied hard, if you have gone through papers, you will pass, you will qualify, and it doesn't matter like you have some things are left, because one person cannot cover every syllabus and every question, he cannot cover it. So be relaxed and instead of getting nervous, like just read some notes you have noted down, just go through it, like not, and try not to study new things now. It will only confuse. Yeah, try to cool down. Yes. And like you can have a go outside also if they want. Just have a open mind, relaxed mind, and actually mainly depends on the luck on that day also, and what state of mind you are there in the examination hall. That also depends on how the results are. So trust yourself, pray to God, like so that's the main.
Yes, pray to God also. All the energies combined will help them lead to go to their path. Yes, sir. Wonderful, wonderful words. And I'm sure this will be very, very motivating for all the aspirants out there. Also, sir, one thing, like you said, you gave yourself 2 hours for the test series. So how did you divide your time between studying all the, like you also read newspapers, and then I think you divided your time, like I'll do this time for aptitude, this time for the other subjects. So how did you do it?
Actually, frankly speaking, I don't not have any schedule till now. I don't follow any schedule, because whenever I try to bring any routine, it does not work. No, there is no fix. I have realized, for me, there is no fixed time. You are like sleeping, you woke up at 2 a.m. There is a textbook near you, read it. If you are not feeling sleepy. Now, if in 7 p.m. you are feeling sleepy, go to sleep. Just read whenever you get time, just study whenever you get time. That was the main thing. And regarding the test series I used to usually do in the evening time, like 5 to 6. So when I would like go for a break, and after that I study. And CSAT paper I used to do after dinner. because that was the most time I used to feel sleepy. So when you do actually ours was not the CSAT as we said this time. So I will recommend the CSAT should be done after like dinner. So when you feel sleepy, so when you use your brain, it will automatically the sleep will go away. In our time, there was this political science paper in prelims. So I used to go through it after maybe in the after dinner part and after because it just I used to read the papers, PPSC question papers and all. So that and I did not divide anything like that. So morning I used to wake up and study. When I used to feel like not studying and I don't study much, and whenever like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. at night, I feel like that I have to do something like used to wake up and study. And regularly, actually, there are many things say that yes, you should study regularly. Yes, the most 2 to 3 hours you should study regularly. In an initial beginning step, this will be increased to like 8 to 9 hours, 10 hours. But most importantly, there will be days, there will be time when you feel frustrated. In the 7 days a week, 2 days you will feel frustrated. But I don't know about others. Whatever job you do, whatever preparations you are doing, whatever any preparations or any aspirant you are, you will feel frustrated. You will feel that what am I doing here? What I should have done? What you will reflect on every choices you will have these 2 days. And these 2 days may not come like day after day after. Like these 2 days can come in any time of the week. So in this when those 2 days, I used to just sleep off, have a movie, just sleep off and relax and let it go away. In the next morning, you will feel refreshed and you will start doing again.
Start again.
So,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was going to that. That actually, this is a very important point that not many people focus on. That
Sorry, I could not hear your voice.
So sorry, sir, I was muted. Yeah, I was speaking about the mental health of the students. That is not mostly spoken about. It's very difficult to keep yourself motivated every day when you have all these things in your mind that you have to get through this time. So how did you deal with all of this? Like you said, you slept or you watched a movie, I know, but then also what word of advice would you like to say on
Actually,
anything?
I'm not much capable of giving advice in this thing, but I have faced it myself also. I stopped going to marriages. I stopped going to family functions because everybody will ask like, "What are you doing? What is your job? You have passed
Yes.
engineering in 2015 and still not employed." So I have started avoiding people, started avoiding those friends and those things, started avoiding social media because the more you listen negativity from people, the more it will affect you. So it is better to keep to up to yourself. Just do your hard work and show your results to your haters. That is the
main
and
part.
what
Yes.
yeah, mental peace. Just keep cool, keep calm. Whenever you feel frustrated, go for a movie, go for a walk, go for a coffee, go for meet your loved one. Just have a good time. And most importantly, lastly, I want to say that to those people who are going to appear for the recent exam. APSC is important exam. It is a prestigious exam. It is an exam which everybody desires or desires to have, but it is not everything, and APSC is not the end.
Yes, yes, no, absolutely. Wonderful words of wisdom yet again from you. So, sir, moving ahead, coming to the interview part, would you highlight a little on the process, your personal experience? How was your interview and everything?
I was a bit not much bit nervous before the interview because I had not faced interview before, but I was doing anchoring, I was doing debates in school, so I had the ability to face people or face cameras and all. So it was not much tough for me. But and regarding the interview process, the first questions the ask to every aspirant, like why did you choose APS or why did you choose ACS? That was the first thing everybody asks. And the thought process it goes through that uh, everybody thinks that the interviewer asks these type of questions with tough questions and all, but it's not that. Whatever the APSC wants to examine you, if he has already examined in prelims and mains. Interview is just that how do you react to a situation? Sometimes interviewer may ask you some questions which you might not know, but how you reply it depends on it. Like you sincerely reply, sir, I have no knowledge of it, sir, I will go and look through it. That was the main reply. How you handle the situation is mainly dependent on interview. And in interview, your home state, home district is very much given preferences. Like I am from Sibsagar, the many questions were asked from Sibsagar. Sibsagar, Pukri, Sibsagar, Vodol. Many questions are asked from that background. And regarding optional subjects also, questions might be asked from that. But it was not meant for to know about that you have knowledge about optional or not. It is just to check your ability to answer the questions. Yeah, like how you face it without getting nervous. Like we will be getting, and they will be getting, those aspirants will be getting tough situations, very much tougher situations with seniors, with other politicians, or maybe other department. So they have to. It is not to check that you don't crack under the pressure. That is the main theme of the interview.
Yes, absolutely. So there's not any specific preparation that takes you to clear the interview, right? It's just you as a human being, your personality that comes out. Yeah, that shows. I think not only in this interview, but almost all the main, examination interviews. It's all about your personality. Yeah.
Yeah, and mainly honesty is the important thing, because the interviewer will know when you are lying. So I think it's recommended not to lie in this interview, because once you lie, though, that thought process into the interviewer's mind will be very much negative towards you. If you don't know the answer, don't go around beating the bush around these things and these things. And just quietly say, I have no knowledge of it, I don't know about it, I will go and look through it. That was the main.
Yes. So that modesty, and that also takes you ahead in your job as well, right, sir? After you joined in, how has been your work experience? Any story you want to share? Maybe any challenges, please?
Yeah, actually, the APS, actually for general people, not only me, many people, we switch police officers, and when I got into the service, it's completely different. Like when we see a policeman doing his job, we don't appreciate much. We don't like when we see even a traffic constable doing on a sunny day, in rainy times, he's doing his duty, he's doing his thing. And so for us it is very easy. For the normal people, for us, I was not in the service, but people are just doing his job. But a lot of challenges are there in these police services, because mainly, first of all, it is not appreciated much, and whenever anything comes to mind, like any negative comes to mind, first to blame is the police. Like I have seen in like SSLC, paper leak also, anything, first the people that gets the blame is the police. Whenever the road accident happened, where was the police? Whenever any crime, anything, where is the police? That is the main thought process. So it's challenging. It's challenging to live up to people's expectations. You have to hear out. You have to listen to public patiently. You have to solve their problems. You have to give justice to them. So while giving those things, you tend to forget about your own family. You tend to forget about your own loved ones. So this happens. So because in mind, many cases, many such things goes into your head. So you have to be tough in this service. You have to be emotionally tough. You have not go, because there are many cases which I faced, which are actually false cases. But when you go through the emotions, you could go wrong. So in this job, I have learned that emotions kept aside, and investigations and rules, truth is other side, and not go through anybody's emotions and give the verdict or anything. And then also appears the police service. Because of the uniform, as I told before, is still and still, if I have given a choice today to select ACS or APS, I would do the APS. I would select APS. That is it.
Yes. So it's not only important that you want to become an officer just for the sake of becoming one, but you have to know the roles and responsibilities that will come on your shoulders once you join it. Yes, sir. Also, very good thing you said. You mentioned about the police officers usually being, charged for everything, and where is the police? Because my father is also in the police service, so I know that. I have seen that since I have been a child. They do not get any vacations. They cannot come to their family for holidays or anything.
In
They
fact,
have their, yes.
in fact, we get more duties and we get more responsibilities on holidays and on like on puja festivals, on views. Our responsibilities, our duties gets even more.
More.
So
Absolutely.
when people are enjoying, when people are going to melas or such things, we go and give their duties. So it's easy for people to see, and like they are doing their duties, they are doing their job, and they are getting paid for it. But money is not money is important, but not that much that you cannot spend time with your family during the or during puja holidays. We also want to spend some time, but in fact, when we have chosen this service, we actually have to keep aside. We have to be actually motivated. So we have nobody has forced us to join this service. We have come by ourselves. So we are doing it as much as we can. Sometimes we may feel bad, sometimes we may feel frustrated, but we try to be motivated. We try to be, we keep up to the expectation of the people as much as we can.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So that others can have a good festive season or everything. So you guys keep on working. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful things I've already said. I won't take much of your time since I can see that you are already in duty, sir. So lastly, I think we have already covered all the important points for the, preparations and everything. So I'm sure that our audience who are listening, they will be very, braced up even more now after listening to you and your story. So lastly, sir, I would not say advice, but any message you want to share lastly regarding what you said now about the responsibilities also. So any check you want to give them before they finally go for their examinations on Sunday?
Not such advice or some things. Like as I said before, like be cool, be calm, go into the examination. Don't go through all the papers at once, like I used to do it. But you may face some questions at first, like this is tough. So when you see the 70th question and see that, oh, I don't know, so it will affect your first question also. Thought process. Just go through the first question, second question, and for qualifying this exam, you don't need to get like 200 or not 200. Just make sure you get correct 760 to 65 questions you get correct, and 5 to 10 questions if they are wrong also negative marks, so it will provide. So focus on that. Don't try to attempt 100 out of 100 questions. Like if you don't know something, don't try to guess it. Like if you don't know there are 4 options in the paper. If you don't know any of one of them, please don't take it. Like if you do know, like out of 4, I know that these 2 may be not the answer or these 2 may be the answer. So there is a 50-50 probability comes. So while mathematics also, so there is a heavy chance that it is correct. 50% it will be correct. So when you do the 4 questions, you don't know anything, do it, only 25% probability is there. So have to be a little calculative also regarding that. And don't think much about after giving exam also, what will happen, will I be get selected or not. Just prepare for mains. If you don't get selected also, no worries, prepare, give next time. If there are many attempts to APSC, just prepare for the next attempt. And whatever knowledge you have gained till now, it is not lost and it will never be lost. It will always be with you. It will always help you in your life also, in future also. Maybe you will sometimes help other students also. Maybe, and more of a successful student, a successful aspirant, an unsuccessful aspirant will know what he did wrong and how not to be unsuccessful. I feel that because whatever wrong he did, whatever one aspirant did that he did not qualify, next time he can correct his mistakes like I did. So it was the main thing. And I have told you before, APSC is good, is important, is prestigious, but it's not everything. It's not the end of the world or something. Just go on with your life. There are many other attempts are also there. Many other departments also which we can apply for it. But and if you have thought for APSC, you are determined to APSC, then stick to it. It is a process. It is a journey. It is not a like a end product or something. APSC preparation, civil service preparation is a journey. It's a process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, sir, they can also connect to you, right, through our portal. We can, any
Yeah,
doubts for the next time also, whoever, old aspirants, new aspirants, you can always connect with us and we'll, join in with you, with our mentor here, with sir,
yeah.
and
If
he
they
can also
can,
guide you. Yeah.
yeah, if they can ask some questions also, you can write it down, or some other day we will have address their queries, address their questions. Any questions, any like regarding the police service. I will only speak what I have learned, gained experience in the last
Yes,
two
sir.
years. I cannot, like,
Mhm.
some people are more experienced, some seniors are more 20, 30 service. Even your father with a more knowledge, more experience than me, more he will like more. But I will speak only what I have knowledge of, what I have gained experience in these years. And in police, in these services, not your rank does not matter much, only the experience which you have gained in the field is very much important, which I have felt.
Important. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, again. It was a very wonderful session, very learning session. I also learned a lot of things, and I'm sure that our audience, our students from Northeast, they're more pumped up now. And all the best wishes from Advancing Northeast and from sir as well. So thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.